All right, let's see. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is let's draw a picture of this guy. Here's our level surface, right? We're shooting it at 34 degrees, right? So this is 34 degrees. This is 28 meters per second. And the first thing we got to do is we got to actually break this guy into components, right? Okay. So there we go. We got this guy and this guy, right? And this side is the opposite side. So that's going to be 28 sine of 34, right? And then this side here is going to be 28 cos 34. So the horizontal is always the cos in this case, right? The vertical is always sine. So it's really pretty simple that way. So I'm going to go 28 cos 34, enter. 28 sine 34, enter. And I'm getting 23.213 for this guy, and this guy is 15.657. Whoops. 15.657. So now we can fill this thing in, right? We know that our horizontal velocity is 23.213, and this is 23.213. This is always 0, right? Now I got to put equals there, right? This is equal to negative 9.8 always, right? And then if this thing goes up and goes and hits the ground again, right? The initial velocity is 15.657. And the final velocity is going to be negative 15.657, okay? Because remember, what goes up comes down with the same velocity. This is only true if the ground is level. If it's not level, I mean, we're not going to go there, but if it's not level, we could deal with it. We put something else here other than 0, okay? Now, what I always do is on this side, I always find the time with VF is VI plus AT, right? So the final velocity is negative 15.657. Right, is equal to the initial velocity, which is 15.657 plus negative 9.8 times t. Okay. So let's solve this guy. Divided by 9.8. I'm getting 3.1953. So t is equal to 3.1953 seconds, right? Okay, did we get that right? Yeah, we did. 3.20. All right. So this time is 3.1953. We can cancel that across. 0.1953. And then to figure out how far it goes, right? And this was a vertical calculation, right? In the horizontal direction, all we're going to do is x is vt, right? So that equals 23.213 times 3.1953. Okay, so times this guy. I'm getting 74, I would say 74.2 meters. Right? Okay. And I'm going to pause here for a second. All right, I think I'm back here. All right, so let's see. So we figured out the time it's in the air, right? We're about to figure out the distance that it travels, which is, there it is, 74.2, right? So let's see what the questions are here, right? What time is it in the air? 3.20 seconds. We've got that, right? The next question is, what horizontal distance does it travel? We've got that, right? And then it says, what's the greatest height the ball reaches? What's its speed at this height, right? Okay, well, let's answer the question, what is the speed at that height, right? At the top, it's going to be just moving perfectly horizontally, right? Okay, it has no vertical velocity because if it did, it wouldn't be at the top, right? That's kind of a thing, right? So then the question is, what is its horizontal velocity? And the horizontal velocity is what it always is, right? The horizontal velocity is this 23.213 meters per second. So the velocity at the very top is just simply the velocity, the horizontal velocity that it has the whole time. At the very top, that's all it has, right? And then what is the greatest height? Well, let's carve out a little territory here to figure that out, right? So the greatest height is from the ground to the top. So let's figure that out. X, VI, VF, A, and T, right? So this is just in the vertical direction, right? Our initial velocity is 15.657. Right, and then when we're here at the top, our final velocity is 0, right? at the top. Right, and then our acceleration is negative 9.8, and then we're all set. Okay, we can find it using no t, right? So I'm going to use VF squared is VI squared plus 2AX. Okay, so 0 squared is equal to 15.657 squared plus 2 times negative 9.8 times x. Let's see if I can solve that. So I'm going to take the 15.67 squared, square that guy, divide by 2, divide by 9.8. And I get 12.5 meters, so x is 12.5 meters tall. Okay, so again, when it asks you for the highest point, just set up another one of these guys, right? And set it up for the top. And the trick here is that the velocity is 0 at the top. Okay, and then just solve for x. I always use this. I just always end up using that. But there are other ways to do this, right? You can also take the time and divide by 2 if you like, right? So find that time. 3.1953 divided by 2, because it's half that time, right? So that guy divided by 2 is 1.597, right? And then you can just multiply that by you can find the distance using anything that uses time. That's how much time it takes to get to the top. My favorite would be 15.657 plus 0 over 2. That's a 0. Times 1.597, right? So times, where's that 15 point whatever? There it is. Divided by 2. Yeah, same. I get exactly the same thing, right? 12. So there's not just one way to do it. I'm just showing you my favorite way. Okay. Happy hunting.